Have you ever felt like your company's most important information is just everywhere? You know, it's buried in documents, lost in old email threads, scattered across a dozen different apps. It's a huge struggle for almost every business. But what if you could actually pull all that chaos together and turn it into your most powerful weapon? Well, today, we're going to look at Botza, a platform that's designed to do exactly that. So here's the game plan. First, we're going to dig into the problem itself, what we're calling the enterprise knowledge crisis. Then, we'll get into the solution, Botza, and take a peek under the hood to see how it works. We'll do a deep dive on how it supercharges sales and marketing teams, look at the proof that it works, and finally, wrap up with the big AI advantage it can give your business. All right, let's start with the big challenge. In a world just drowning in data, pretty much every modern company is dealing with this internal knowledge crisis, a total overload of information that's getting almost impossible to manage. I mean, think about it. All of your company's know-how, it's all there, but it's in a million different pieces. It's hiding in PDFs, SOPs, old customer support tickets, training decks, you name it. So yeah, technically, it's everywhere. But that means when you need that one critical answer right now, it feels like it's absolutely nowhere. And this chaos, it causes some very real and very expensive problems. First off, all that disconnected knowledge means your teams can't find the right answer, which leads to some costly mistakes. This directly leads to a bigger support load, because departments like HR and IT get totally swamped answering the same simple questions over and over and over again. And the end result of all that? Just inefficient operations. Slow, manual work that causes delays, errors, and, you guessed it, missed opportunities to make money. Okay, so that's the problem. It's a big one. But what's the fix? Let's move on and see how a platform like Botza is built to turn all that messy knowledge into something you can actually use, real intelligence. So in a nutshell, Botza is a platform that takes all of that static, kind of dead information, all those PDFs and Word docs just collecting dust on a server, and it breathes new life into it. It literally transforms that content into a dynamic, conversational AI that your teams can just talk to get instant, accurate answers. And the benefits here are huge. First, by pulling everything into one place, Botza creates a single source of truth. No more hunting for the latest version of a document. Then all that centralized knowledge helps speed up learning and skill development, which is awesome for getting new people up to speed faster. And finally, you get performance visibility. You can actually see what questions people are asking, find the gaps in your knowledge, and really understand how information is being used across the company. Okay, this all sounds pretty amazing, but how does it actually happen, right? How do you go from a chaotic mess of folders to a smart, helpful AI assistant? Well, the process is actually surprisingly simple. It all happens in 4 steps. First is knowledge ingestion. That's where you securely plug in all your different data sources to create one central brain. Next up is the no-code bot builder, and this is so important. It means anyone, not just developers, can build and launch these custom bots. Third, the intelligence engine does its magic, turning your static files into smart, context-aware answers. And finally, you get powerful analytics and governance tools, giving you full control to see how it's working, manage who sees what, and keep everything secure. Now let's get into what I think is a really powerful application, using this AI to directly help your revenue teams. For anyone in sales and marketing, you know that speed and accuracy are everything. And this is where Botza becomes a total game changer. Just imagine your sales reps. Okay, they're on a call with a big client, or they're working in their CRM. Instead of fumbling through folders to find a specific product detail or the latest pricing, they can just ask the AI assistant and get an instant, reliable answer. That's what we're talking about. No more, let me get back to you on that. Just fast, confident answers. So what does this actually mean for your team? Well, it means getting instant answers to tough product questions without putting a client on hold. It means getting automated help building proposals, pulling the right specs and case studies in seconds, not hours. And it can even make your lead qualification way more efficient by giving fast, consistent answers to those first few questions from a new prospect 24/7. And you can see it right here in action. Someone asks a question in a simple chat window, but instead of just getting a link to some huge, dense document, the bot fires back a perfectly structured, step-by-step answer. This isn't just a search result. It's a clear, actionable response, ready to go, helping your team close deals faster. It's that simple. So the tech is cool, for sure, but is it actually proven in the real world? Let's take a look at the numbers and see how Botza is being adopted by some major companies.
The platform is already up and running in over 120 active enterprise deployments. And let's be clear, this isn't some new beta product. We're talking about a battle-tested solution that big organizations are using every single day to run their business.
And these deployments are super flexible. A full 88% of them are multi-channel. That means the bots are live on public websites, inside internal chat tools like Slack and Teams, and plugged right into CRM systems. It's all about meeting people where they already work. And what's really telling is that this isn't just a tool for one specific team. In 68% of these companies, Botza has been adopted by multiple departments. It might start in one place, like sales, but the value is so obvious that it just spreads naturally across the whole organization. And this chart really tells that story. You can see customer support is the biggest slice of the pie at 32%. But right behind it, you've got HR, IT, and of course, a really strong showing from sales and marketing at 18%. It just proves how versatile this thing is for fixing knowledge problems all across a business. Okay, so let's bring it all home. What's the fundamental advantage that Botza gives a company that's trying to get a handle on its own internal intelligence? Why does it win? It really comes down to 4 key things working together. You get powerful AI automation that cuts down on manual work and makes decisions more accurate. You get a no-code interface that puts the power to build in everyone's hands, not just the techies. All of this is built on top of enterprise-grade security so you can trust it. And it's all offered with flexible pricing that lets you scale up as you grow. You know, this quote really just nails it. The whole point is to help companies deploy trusted, reliable intelligence right now, because right now is when speed and accuracy matter more than ever. In today's world, those two things aren't just nice to have, they are absolutely essential to winning. And that really leaves us with one final thought. Your company's most valuable asset is probably the collective brainpower of your people. And right now, it's likely locked away in files and systems. So the real question is, how are you going to be the one to finally unlock it?